You're posting tips, sharing your stories. Maybe you've even invested in a business coach or messaging program, but still the right people aren't reaching out. You're not getting likes, you're not getting DMs, and you're wondering, is it me? Is my niche too narrow, too weird? I see this all the time with somatic and wellness practitioners, Feldenkrais teachers, nervous system nerds and creatives whose work is deep, they're highly skilled, but they struggle to tell what they do in a way that lands on the person reading, watching, or listening. I'm Angela McMillan. I've spent the last 10 years helping real businesses just like yours build content strategies, refine their messaging, and help practitioners speak to the people they're meant to serve. This is actually something I've seen a lot lately. I used to see it from time to time, but currently it's like a blinding light in my eyes. And honestly, it might be the reason that your content is falling flat, even if you've invested in coaching or strategy with a business coach. Recently, I worked with a practitioner that came to me stuck in her business. She wanted to have more clarity, more aligned messaging to attract more ideal clients. So I did what I always do. I took her words, I took her goals, I took her voice and aligned it with her ideal clients. And then I ran it through my Aspires framework. From that, I delivered her a full content strategy that mapped her client's emotional arc from finding her to purchasing from her, structured through the lens of neuroscience and biopsychology, which was customized by using her onboarding responses. It was built for her nervous system, her ideal clients, not a copy and paste strategy, for her. And here's what happened next. She implemented none of it. Not one blog post, not one reel, not one story. She defaulted back to the same surface level content, tips and education that wasn't converting before. Then emailed me weeks later saying she got nothing out of the process. So what is the real reason that this happens? This is just one story, but I've seen it multiple times throughout my 10 years online. It's not just about the content. It's about what your body says to you when you're trying to be visible. Most storytelling frameworks will teach you what to say, but what they don't do is teach you how to feel safe when you say it. Here's the truth. When you're handed a strategy that reflects your voice, it can feel confronting because it stops you from hiding behind sounding smart or being professional and actually asks you to share something real. And if your system is wired for survival, to fit in and not stand out, you'll reject that strategy before it has a chance to work. That's not a flaw, it's a pattern. You can work with it, but only if you're honest about it. Here's the belief I want to challenge. Maybe I just need a new strategy. No, you need to use the one you already have. You need to sit in the discomfort of sharing something that isn't polished. You need to let your audience see you. And if that feels too raw, too risky, your nervous system doesn't need another checklist. It needs support, integration, a space to move through the resistance instead of bypassing it. So I want to name this gently and clearly. If something triggers you, even if you've asked for it, it's not because it's wrong or basic. It's because you're not ready to meet with it yet. Messaging is not surface work. It's not playing the algorithm. It's about meeting something inside of you that believes that your work isn't worth selling. And that's tender. That's vulnerable. But it's also where change begins. I've also had clients use the same framework, sell out their intensives, grow their email list by 300, sell programs without a sales page from their content alone. But only when they show up, they engage and they implement. So if your content isn't converting, don't assume it's just a strategy. Ask yourself, did I actually use it? Or did it feel too vulnerable, too unfamiliar, too disruptive, and you pulled back? And that's the work we do inside the Embodied Messenger Lab. We don't write from scripts, we write from the body for people that are waiting to feel something real. And that starts with you wanting to go there. I'm not here to hold your hand through surface level tips. I'm here to help you rewrite the way you speak about your work so that it lands emotionally, ethically, somatically. And if you're ready to do that, that's what we do inside the lab. But only if you're ready to implement, not just consume. And if you're still telling yourself that content doesn't work, ask yourself, honestly, have you really been doing it in a way that honors your voice? Or are you still hiding? This is the third video in my July series, Embodied Storytelling That Sells. Each video builds on top of each other. So if you haven't watched the other 2 videos, go ahead and do that. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any in the series. Because this isn't just about tips. This is about learning to be seen.